The 2025 edition of the annual colloquium of the Haske Satsumari Foundation is attracting distinguished personalities from across Nigeria and Africa. The chairman of the occasion is former President Goodluck Jonathan, who waded into the Rivers State emergency crisis. He's urging Nigerian leaders across the three arms of government to uphold the tenets of constitutional democracy.
Former president and also from the Niger Delta, when the issue of suspending the governor came up, I think people call on me, oh, President Jonathan, oh, President Obasanjo, you should say something. The key actors in Nigeria, from executive to the legislature, luckily Senator Binta and others are here, and the judiciary, they know the correct thing to do. But they are refusing to do it. They are pretending to sleep. And waking such a person is extremely difficult because the person knows the right thing. The clear abuse of offices, clear abuse of power, clear abuse of privileges, cutting across from the three arms of government, from the executive to the parliament to the judiciary.
He also has strong words for the judiciary.
For example, no businessman can bring his money to invest in a country where the judiciary is compromised, where a government functionary can dictate to judges what judgment they will give. No man brings his money to invest in that economy because we are taking a big risk.
The keynote speaker is a visually impaired senator from Kenya. She makes a case for inclusion of women, youths, and persons with disability in the decision-making process by enacting relevant laws.
Without well-structured and adequately funded social protection programs, we remain highly vulnerable to economic hardships, making it merely impossible to break the cycle of poverty within the PWD community. So, to address these systemic underrepresentation in leadership, political parties must adopt affirmative action policies here in Nigeria that ensure our inclusion in party structures and election lists.
The theme of this year's colloquium is promoting social change and development through diversity, equity, and inclusion. The convener and some dignitaries speak on the significance of the event.
Diversity, inclusion, and equity is very critical in development. You see, she did mention about 10% of our GDP are affected by lack of inclusion. And if you look at our society, you will find out that everybody feels one form of marginalization or the other.
If you were a leader that uphold the tenacity of governance, you will always be celebrated. So my advice to leaders in office is that let's uphold the tenacity of governance. Let's do what will make us to be celebrated even after office.
As in Nigeria, shouldn't have any issue of injustice or inequality in terms of political activities, because we are all equal before the eye of our Constitution, and because the Constitution has given us that right, then there shouldn't be any discrimination. But again, political will should be one thing that's supposed to be played on.
The resolution here is that more needs to be done to ensure that the voice of the vulnerable and disadvantaged are heard for national development. Daily Omoyeni, Channels Television News.